Our officials for this match. First referee, Ms. Josie Del Rosario, FIVB International Referee. Second referee, Mr. Daniel Palada, National Referee. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our Farm Fresh Foxies. Let's begin with their team captain. She wears jersey number 7, Louis Romero. At number 4, Caitlin Viray. Wearing jersey number 5, Eliza Bertolano. At number 10, Chini Arroyo. Number 13, April Tagsip. And at number 16, Riza Andrea Cruz. Starting libero is number 17, Janelle Delerio. Head coach, Mr. Jerry Yee. Presenting our Nxled Chameleons. Let's begin with jersey number 2, Laika Ebon. At number 3, Joanna Louise Maraginot. Wearing jersey number 7, Krich Makaslang. Number 10, Camille Victoria. Wearing jersey number 16, Ivy Keith Laksina. And at number 17, Camille Angelica Cal. Starting libero is their team captain, number 1, Danielle Feriz Ravena. Head coach, Mr. Takayuki Minoa. This match is under the supervision and regulation of the Games and Amusement Board. Match number 46.
We check out the starters of the Farm Fresh Foxies. Change up here. Tisha Tubu will not be starting. Eliza Bertolano will take that honor. It's still the same with Louis Romero, Janelle Delerio. As we check on over the Nxled Chameleons, same core for Coach Taka with Laksina Maraginot, the 2 top scorers that we highlighted in the top of the coverage. Leading the helm here, it's the Farm Fresh Foxies against the Nxled Chameleons, the Phil Sports Arena.
Those are 4 of the team's best scorers, talking about the Nxled Chameleons. Of course, this team is being led by Ivy Laksina, who is the only double-digit scorer for this team in terms of consistency and scoring average. And then you have Camille Victoria, Laika Ebon, and Joanna Maraginot.
Cal goes to Maraginot, and she scores for the first time here in this match.
That's good news for Nxled. Now, Maraginot, as we mentioned, had 12 points, has 23 in the last 2 matches after accounting for 21 points in the first 5 games.
Now Joe will serve here. First ball by Eliza. Romero goes to Viray, who adjusts mid-air. Coverage by the Chameleons. Romero reverses this time. And Kate Viray, they said that there was a touch, but our first referee will award the point to Nxled.
From Chocomucho all the way to the Foxies, Caitlin Viray has not really gotten her explosive scoring race. Heading into this match, she has only scored once in terms of double digits, coming off a 4-point game and their last loss to the Signal HD Spikers.
Tagsip tried with that, and she gets the first point for the Foxies.
Stop a 2-point run, cuts the lead to 1. Former Lady Falcons invading over Ivy Laksina's defense, getting the job done. And that's Tagsip, who had 2 points versus the Signal HD Spikers.
Arroyo here, one of their go-to players with that serve. Cal reverses to Victoria. The answer back. And this time, Kate Viray gets another point.
Kate Viray scoring the 2nd straight point here on this backside coming from Louis Romero. I mentioned earlier during the pregame that Louis Romero is number 4 among the top setters. A decorated player from high school all the way to college, and was one of the key figures why Adamson was able to make it to the Final 4 in her final season.
2-point deadlock. Camille Victoria with a sharp angle. Viray again. Cal chooses Laxina on the other side.
Laxina, big name player, definitely, as you mentioned earlier, upside, way up there, a national player, one of the tallest players right now we have in the country, coming off an outstanding performance, nearly 50% hitting rate at 15 of 33, good for 16 points against the SJ Group Athletics.
Bertolano, an awkward set to Eliza Bertolano, coach.
Right. It turned out to be, she was facing the opposite side already. So out of sync in that last offensive sequence, 2-point run. That has been the battle so far in the first 6 points. 2-point run, Nxled, 2-point run. Farm Fresh, 2-point run again, once again for the Chameleons.
Delerio. Romero to Viray. And if it works, Louis Romero will keep choosing Kate Viray. We'll take this opportunity to go ahead to Jana Ejido for this report.
Yanni and Coach Ronnie, earlier in the pregame, we talked about Trisha Tubu's switch from opposite to middle blocker. But on the side of Riza Cruz, going from middle blocker to opposite spiker was just as new to her as it was her first time playing opposite spiker in an actual game. And addition to that, kinwento ni Riza sa akin na tinry niya talagang maging opposite in training. But given that she only had 3 days over the Holy Week break to prepare, she can't help but be more comfortable in her original middle blocker position. Sabi niya sa akin kanina, ngayong middle blocker na ako this match, mas confident na ako ngayon. So let's see how Riza's confidence translates into play in this match, which you can catch on the Pilipinas Live app, available for Filipinos everywhere, where you can watch PVL games live in HD, commercial-free, anytime and anywhere in the world. Back to you, Yanni and Coach Ronnie.
Thanks, Jana. And while you were speaking, I think Riza Cruz heard you as she scored that 4th point for Farm Fresh. But that's something that we highlighted the top of the broadcast is, Coach, you said that Riza did well in terms of, you know, changing position in that game.
Not an easy thing to do when you're so used to being the middle blocker. But that is what coaches always also do. Make decisions, take risks. It did not pay off, but at least you get a chance to try out
Right.
something new. Dahil ilan ba yung ating mga major players who were used to playing their former positions for the longest time and have now switched spots because their team needs to, because they need to. And in that last sequence, Cruz on cue delivers a runner on that slide play.
We're at a deadlock at 5 here with Viray at the helm. Cal to Laxina.
Oh, nice disguise.
Riza from the middle. Maraginot sets up Ebon. Delerio to Viray this time. That one sails outside.
Romero setting up Viray at least 5 times already here in his first set. Connected on at least 2 points, but missed out on that last chance. Many touches for Viray to open up this set.
Nxled up by 1. Bertolano, cross court. Cal to Joe.
Excellent transition play. Missed defensive position here for the Foxies. Was it Arroyo's ball? Take a look at this nice off the block point here coming from Joe Maraginot. Miscommunication with their defensive sequence puts them in a 2-point hole here. Talking about the Foxies, who started out really strongly. Remember the first match that they played, taking the Cool Smashers all the way to a 4th set, winning that first set in a marathon 70-point output at 36-34. But they have slowed down and have only scored 43 points, just 43 in their last 2 losses against PLDT and against the Signal HD Spikers.
We saw a yellow card a while ago. Looks like Farm Fresh wanted to sub in. A dump here by Louis Romero. Ebon tries, catches the line.
Former Lady Tamarao, who's one of their leading scorers, brings them to the first technical timeout on top by 3 points.
Arena Plus, Astig sa Sports. Nxled Chameleons brought us to our first technical timeout. We also like to thank everyone who's watching here in the Phil Sports Arena. You're watching us as well on the Pilipinas Live app and on RPTV Channel 9. We saw a while ago, Hanito Ring.
Right. It's a holiday, so if we still have time to drive over and join us today at meron pa tayong larong natitira. Sabi nga kanina ni Coach Mac, we are 46 games into this conference. And there's that great divide. We talk about teams in the upper half and teams in the lower tier are trying to still chase those teams in the upper half. Oh, that stops a good scoring run, cuts the lead to 3. As that Cruz once again who scores.
We check out that attack in this replay. Nxled.
Tama yan, oo. So yun yung haba ng Nxled na run kanina bago nabasag sa huling puntos ni Cruz.
Bertolano with that serve. Kyle chases that one to set. Maraguinot. Romero chooses Arroyo.
Good defense for Laksina, twice over.
Maraguinot with an attack. Arroyo again!
Down the line point coming from Chile Arroyo. Did not get that floor time and the playing time when she was with NU, but now has really gotten his groove here for Farm Fresh.
Now this spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan.
Yeah, gusto ni Yani yan.
Yes, Coach. Cal to Maraguinot with a tight set.
Too close to the net, hitting the antenna. So from a 4-1 run, this is a 2-point counter. Good fight back after the first technical timeout, cutting the lead to just 1.
Exactly. Now these two squads have been neck and neck since the start of this set. It's still early on, but something expected, especially that they both have a 2-5 win-loss record.
And both have won the same number of sets. And both have lost the same number of sets. 7 sets won, 15 sets lost for these two squads.
So we have a challenge on the floor for Nxled. It's a block touch challenge here, and it's our first one of this match. Now, kahit na maaga yung first set natin, a challenge is called, and we know that we can feel that talagang gusto manalo ng both of our squads.
Because of the fact that they believe that they can still make it. But you have to start winning and you have to start winning consecutive matches. And there are only 4 games remaining. So in reality, you have to sweep the remaining 4 games for you to still have a chance of probably catching one team. But you have to also pray that that team will lose all of their matches para maiwan sa ganun lang na bilangan ng panalo.
Right. We check it out.
That's a good call. Definitely there was a block touch. No?
Good eye here for the Chameleons. Block touch. Challenge is successful. O unsuccessful.
Successful, oo. Former Maroon on deck to serve with an ace. Laksina was defending so well until that last time. In the last game for Farm Fresh, only 1 ace in 40 chance at the service line. Reception for Nxled was at 20 of 67 last time that they played, or 12 of 45 rather.
Jaws at the net, won by Nxled Chameleons. Oh, that push by Bertolano sailed outside for Farm Fresh.
They will challenge this, ball in, ball out. From an 8-5 count, this is a big explosion here para sa Farm Fresh Foxies. Down 3. Coming back quickly.
Now Farm Fresh and Nxled also met up in that
scoring surge continues for Coach Jerry Lee. And the Foxies looking to arrest a 3-game losing streak and resume their winning ways.
But this will cue a timeout for Coach Taka. Let's listen in.
9, Nxled. 11, Farm Fresh.
스텝업 살아나
Coach Taka ending his timeout with tara, tara na. it's good to see, Coach Taka also learning Filipino while he's in his second conference head coach here for the Chameleons.
Correct. Kakailanganin mo talaga di ba? Parang pag pumupunta ka sa Japan, yan di ba? Kahit paano yung phrases.
Exactly. So we think about the players from here who go to different countries, really have to learn the culture, the language.
It's all about adapting the environment. And again, the surge continues. If this is correct, this is 7 straight points here for the Foxies. Down by 3 earlier, now on top by 3.
But good effort here by Cal to chase that ball. Farm Fresh just has their confidence back, especially that they're back in their regular positions.
Tubo not starting out today, remember? Oh, that's an open one for Ebon. Excellent setup coming from Cal. Ebon, down the line conversion, 11 in a set for Nxled. This back set, freeing up Laika Ebon, delaying the block coming from Chini Arroyo, and kumbaga pinakagat si Ivy Lacsina, or rather pinakagat kanina itong Farm Fresh doon sa gitna.
Ooh, Makaslang gets a service ace.
2-point run, good fight back here for Nxled, who lost hold on the 3-point lead after a big scoring run here in set 1, generated by Caitlin Viray's early scoring, and of course Risa Cruz helping out as well. Good duel really between Cal and Romero.
First ball by Bertolano results in a shank, and Nxled will get another service ace.
Back-to-back, 2 aces in this set alone for Nxled. 1 earlier coming from Farm Fresh.
So we're at a 12-point deadlock. Bertolano with a better receive this time. Delario sets up Arroyo cross court.
Good play coming from Delario. The seesaw battle continues. Good bump set, Arroyo showing us once again her ability to make the right decisions. Hindi namimili ng bola itong si Chine Arroyo. Go lang ng go. That's why she's among the top scorers for her team. Second best right now, nearly 10 points a game.
A set to Kiara Bermentilla is good.
Formerly of the Soaring Falcons, Kiara Bermentilla, Jamagalanza, among the big name players coming from the Adamson Volleyball program.
Most of the players here in Nxled also came from Akari, some of the bench players getting playing time with the Chameleons and shining as well. Arroyo with a powerful cross court.
Down the line, now she goes diagonal, back-to-back for Arroyo. Arroyo, 8 points versus Signal, 6 points versus PLDT, 6 points versus Petrogas, 11 points versus Cheritigo, 9 versus Akari, 11 versus Capital, 8 versus the Cool Smashers.
And that was her 3rd point so far, but Kate Veray as well, coach, has been hot hands in this game.
When Kate Biray decided to move teams, it was a big surprise. But this is the reason why. Definitely a big cornerstone moving forward for Farm Fresh. Former top player from UST, of course.
Ooh. Quick set to Victoria.
The decision by Cal to activate Camille Victoria. Camille Victoria, 10 points last time that they won, 29 points, or 49 points heading to this game. 35 attack points heading to this match. 11 blocks, 3 aces. Now has 50 points in this conference.
Permentilla with its serve. Reverse to Arroyo. And a little help from the net, Coach Ronnie.
Ito yung sinasabi ko, yan, hindi namimili ng bola, hindi namimili ng pwesto, and as a result, Farm Fresh up 2 points as we reach the second technical timeout.
Awesome live sports viewing is guaranteed with Signal yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Switch now and get up to 3 months with no cash out. To visit www.signal.tv/switch for more details. Chini Arroyo with 4 points so far against the Nxled Chameleons. Farm Fresh leading with 2 as they brought us to our second technical timeout.
Arroyo was 8 of 30 last time that this team lost. Nobody reaching double figures. But Arroyo leading the way in scoring with 8.
Good ball by Romero. They set up Viray.
Oops.
Over-received by Laika Ebon. Does
Right.
not cross the net.
8-5 was the count when we reached the first technical timeout in favor of Nxled. So since that time, they've scored a total of 6, given up 12. So in essence, Farm Fresh has doubled up in terms of offensive output. Of course, led by Cruz, Arroyo, and Caitlin Viray.
Is it because Farm Fresh is able to adjust quicker than Nxled?
Quicker. I think better defense for them. Although they gave up 2 aces, they also had 1 ace of their own.
At Ivy
Excellent
Laxina.
setup, right. And that's what go-to players are able to do. When they need a point, they're able to deliver. Has been quiet. Ngayon lang napunta sa harapan ulit. No problem for Ivy Laxina, whom we mentioned earlier, has generated 53 points in the last 3 matches after scoring only 28 points at 7 points per game in their first 4 outings.
And in this game, Laxina has tallied 4 points.
Already.
Romero to Santiago on the court. Laxina again through the block.
The defense for the orange shirts. The touch for Ivy Laxina. Not a good time to happen. Lead up to 3 once again for Farm Fresh. You win today, you're still alive, mathematically. You lose today, you're closer to extinction. And you don't like that to happen.
Now, both of these two squads formed back in 2023. This third conference for Farm Fresh, second for Nxled as we check out to that attack.
Excellent adjustment by Laxina. Look at the up, straight to Laxina. Full swing, excellent follow through. Blockers were not able to get to the right spots. Chase down continues for Kai Mukal and the rest of the Chameleons.
2-point lead for the Foxies. Santiago tries with this one. A bump to Laxina, red. A chase by the Chameleons, but Farm Fresh will get another point.
Earlier, when she scored the blockers, she was not able to get to the right blocking angle. Now, the second straight time, this time with the bomb set. Cruz shutting down together with Viray, shutting down that 9-shot option for Ivy Laxina, and once again reestablishes a 3-point lead.
19-16. Oh, Kretsch Makaslang from the middle.
With variation coming from Kai Mukal. 2 touches, 2 straight, for Laxina. Now she goes to activate the middle hitter who gets to beat Risa Cruz as the coverage was late.
Nxled with an advantage, with a chance to have an advantage here as Laxina with a serve. Risa Cruz.
Good save by Makaslang.
Kiara gets a touch.
Permentila scoring a clutch point. Tight in that last sequence, finding a way. Look at this, Makaslang doing a good job getting out of the way. Cross-court point delivered by Permentila against the two-man wall. That's the lead to 1. 2-point run here for Nxled.
Ivy, Santiago, and Delerio will give a chance to Nxled. Ebon powers through.
Down 3, tied at 19. Laxina, Permentila, and Ebon joining forces late here in the first. Farm Fresh needs to recover, and they will be bringing in a new playmaker, and Trisha Tubu. We'll see action for the first time. Legacion coming in. Tubu also checking in.
Nxled with a 3-0 run. A while ago, Jana Hito said that Trisha Tubu will not start because she was feeling under the weather. Hopefully that does not manifest in their game today.
It's the call of duty. So that's the way it is in pro sports.
Ebon tries. Trisha Tubu makes her name known.
Oh, we know her name. From high school to college, and now here in the PVL. One of the top scorers in the competition. At itong si Trisha Tubu, mamaya hahanapin natin ang mga complete numbers. But definitely the leading scorer, number 10 overall. 78 points scored, 3.7 per set. 17 attack points, 4 blocks, and 4 aces heading to game number 8 for them. Up 1, Farm Fresh.
Ravenna sets up Laika. Coverage by Tubu. Legacion chooses Arroyo.
Again. This time by Makaslang. Arroyo beats once again the double block. Straight to the blockers. Let's take a look at that last play. Arroyo has really established herself as one of the top players here in the PVL in spite of the fact that they have only won 2 matches in 7 games. Solid numbers posted this conference.
Legacion. Delerio sets up Tubu down the line.
They gave up 3 straight points earlier. Takes 3 straight points back. And also 3 points away from winning set 1. Tubu. 2 vital points here. Legacion, Tubu. Situational subs. Suddenly, they're back on top by 3.
Well, unfortunately for the Foxies, a service error for Bertolano. Now it's a 2-point lead.
Coach Jerry barking instructions along the sideline.
Unfortunately, this time for the Chameleons, that service is out, giving Farm Fresh the 23rd point.
2 service aces earlier. But right now, that's a critical service error committed. 2 points away, Farm Fresh Foxies from winning set 1.
Cal goes to Victoria. Ebon. Cruz will set to Arroyo. And gets it off of a wipe.
Smart play coming from Arroyo. What about Risa Cruz setting up Chini Arroyo? Chini Arroyo, leading scorer right now.
6 points.
6 points. She had 8, remember?
Exactly.
8.
In that last match against Signal. Just 2 points away from matching that one. Ooh, coverage by the Foxies. Chance here for the Chameleons. Combination play. Legacion was there to cover. First referee says there is a challenge called by Coach Jerry He.
This was a 19-all count. 5-1 run late here in set number 1. Aided by 1 service error committed by Nxled earlier. 4 set points right now held by
Second challenge for the Foxies. unsuccessful. Farm Fresh 24, Nxled at 20 as Jai Atienza enters the court along with Magi here who will serve. 21-24. Ligacion. Reverse to Tubu. And no touch on the side of the Chameleons.
Timeout called by Coach Jerry. 4-point lead down to 2. Still 2 set points here for the Foxies.
Dito kayo maglaro. Dito kayo maglaro. Yes, coach. First ball natin, wala.
Okay.
Chin, wala ka pang first.
Now, one time. 1, 2, 3 na. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Don't worry, don't worry.
Sige, ako na lang. Madali.
1 point.
Galang.
Ay, sabi Shibu. Sabi Shibu.
Yes, coach. Sige. Pero mga sabit sa inyo na, ako nakukuha doon sa tingin.
Coach Jerry and the master barking out and sharing some instructions, trying to stop this late run for the Chameleons. Mangulabnan, a part of the Mangulabnan family na puro setters.
Farm Fresh just needs 1 point to close out this set. Nxled still fighting. To Tubu, down the line, coverage by the Chameleons.
Free ball given up here. Perfect chance for Farm Fresh.
Trisha again. Magi to Victoria.
That's a soft hit. Finding the right spot. 24-20, 4 set points right now. The chase down continues. Back set. And then over the blockers. Mangulabdan has done well at the service line, helping out the Chameleons continue to stay alive.
Exactly. Farm Fresh still at set point. Legacion to Arroyo. Mangulapnan. Chooses Kiara. Awkward set there. Delario goes to Chini. Magi to Victoria. Adjustment midair. And we're at a deadlock at 24.
Yes, sir. That was tough. To come back being down at 24-20. You had to play seamless volleyball in the last 4 points, and Victoria, 2 big points here. Right now, Piray and Romero back in. Mangulabnan hurting the defensive flow or the offensive flow of Farm Fresh with their fine serving.
Crucial service error by Magi.
Oh, they'll take that. They'll take that. She did more than enough. Bigger question is, can they close out? Talking about Farm Fresh.
Romero with that serve. Mangulabnan to Victoria. But that one sails outside.
Wow, too bad. Down 24-20, tied it at 24 all. Service error and an attack error. Suddenly, first set goes in favor of Farm Fresh.
A good effort by the Chameleons to keep this set neck and neck. We saw bright spots for Farm Fresh and for Nxled throughout this first set. And Coach Ronnie, what did you like about both of our squads here?
Well, number one for Farm Fresh, they were down early, but they were able to stabilize. Arroyo, Viray, and Cruz played the starring role. But I thought Legacion and Tubu also had their share to help out this team, especially in the latter stretches of set one. But Nxled, again, hats off to them for that big comeback in the first set, only to come out short with 2 errors to close out set one in an extended fashion at 26-24.
PVL, the heart of volleyball. We just witnessed the first set. Farm Fresh against Nxled Chameleons, stretching all the way to 33 minutes of action as we check out the highlights. Coach Ronnie, what a set for both of our teams.
Well, alam mo yung first set ng Nxled laban sa strong group also took 33 minutes, by the way. So this is a determined team. The last game, they won the first set. This match, they lost the first set. So this is a team that's known to be fighting hard, especially the first set. Probably Farm Fresh saw that, especially after dropping a 25-10 scoreline to the Signal HD Spikers. Kailangan nila yung unang set pampabuhay ng kumpiyansa because this is a team that has lost 3 straight matches kasamang Yani to experience their longest losing streak so far this conference. Numbers that will tell you why this last set was tight. And again, +4 sa kanilang error count. The last 2 hurt them the most.
We check out the aces for the Chameleons. 3 service aces, while Farm Fresh has 1, and Farm Fresh with 1 block as well to tally all that and take the first set. Now we'll see if Nxled will be able to bounce back, but in their first meetup back in 2023, it was Nxled who got the first set, and then Farm Fresh taking the second. We'll see if the narrative will switch today here in the second set, or if Farm Fresh can sweep this ball game. But of course, both of our squads will keep fighting, and this will still be a neck-and-neck situation, hopefully for the remaining sets. Both of them with a 2-win, 5-loss record. Nxled winning against Strong Group Athletics and the Galleries in 3 sets, while Farm Fresh winning against Capital One and Cherry Tego in 3 sets as well. Tagsip here on the court for Coach Jerry along with Romero, Arroyo, Delerio, Bertolano, and Viray. Some clarifications going on in the referee side. Coach Taka talking to our technical table here. But on the Nxled side, we have Victoria, Macaslang, Ebon, Permentilla, Ravenna, Laxina, and Cal to start us off here in the second set. So Macaslang goes off the court, and the Ebon will do the honors. Delerio. Romero reverses to Kate Viray. And the first point on the board for Farm Fresh.
Farm Fresh looking to start out strongly compared to that slow start in set 1 where they were down early, had to chase down an early deficit before relying heavily on Chini Arroyo down the stretch, and Trisha Tubo as well.
But a service error will give Nxled their first point. Now Kiara Permentilla will gear up to serve. Romero chooses Viray again, powers through that block. Pancake save by Ravenna, but the second ball was not kept alive.
Di na naiangat. Angat ng isa, Farm Fresh. Second set action. 2-1 after a 26-24 win in that 33-minute first set.
Laxina. Cal reverses. Victoria inside the donut hole. And we'll take this opportunity to go ahead and get to Jana Ejido's latest
as the Farm Fresh Foxies take set number 1 in thrilling fashion. Like you mentioned, Yanni and Coach Ronnie, in 33 minutes, this actually perfectly matches the kind of team the Nxled Chameleons have been anticipating. Earlier, when I approached them at the dugout, the players were constantly studying the plays of the Foxies on their tablet while warming up. And this actually comes after how Laika Ebon says that the Foxies are now a very different opponent compared to their first and only meeting back in 2023. From what Laika tells me, as I quote her saying, inaaral talaga namin sila, especially their new additions. Kaya dapat laging confident lang kami sa laro. So could we be seeing this newfound confidence in set 2? Well, you can tune in to the Pilipinas Live app to check that out, or on the PilipinasLive.com to experience PVL games live in HD, commercial-free, anytime and anywhere in the world. Back to you, Yanni and Coach Ronnie.
Thanks for that, Jana. Laika Ebon described that well, as Farm Fresh did have some lineup adjustments prior to going into this conference, Coach.
It's also all about respecting your opponents, really. Not just because you beat them before, you can beat them again. Laksina is definitely very hard to guard with the size, the length, with the height, and excellent decision-making. Attacking the blockers and building a 2-point lead. Biggest lead so far here in set number 2.
Bertolano makes away with that one.
Oh,
They
nice.
go to the middle.
Every time they get to that spot, they almost always score. And Victoria and Makaslang have had fine performances in today's matchup
4-0 run in favor of the Chameleons.
because they were down earlier at 2-1.
Better reception by Arroyo this time. Riza blocked. Bertolano. Cal to Permentilla from the pipe.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Adjustment mid-air by Arroyo.
Nice. Really? Different Chine Arroyo we're seeing here in the PVL. Excellent delivery once again. Back row play, faking a strong hit. Allowing the blockers to descend before launching that nice contact on that ball and just completely deceiving the defenders.
Cal here to Laksina. Bertolano covers. A dump by Louis Romero. Ball is still live.
Oops.
Romero to Arroyo. Off speed. Laksina will try again.
Very hard to defend again. Talk about the Santiago sisters. You have Ivy Laksina. But normally players for this tall are put in the middle blocker position. But she's a wing spiker. Has adapted to that role well. Ito yung tanong nyo kanina, talking about Trisha Tubo and Risa Cruz. You have to be flexible enough and versatile enough to be able to handle multiple roles.
Oh, 4 touches for Nxled.
Stops their longest scoring run here. So from a 2-1 count, 5 straight points for Nxled.
Now Farm Fresh will go up to 4, limiting the lead to 2. Cruz with the serve. Cal to Makaslang. And they get another point from the middle.
I say this again, Makaslang gets her touch. Victoria gets her setups. Normally they score very high percentage performance from these two key players for the Chameleons. Continue to hold on to a 3-point lead.
Laksina with 7 points so far. Tagsip. And she gets a point.
Earlier it was Cruz. Now it's this young lady, Tagsip. Getting the job done for Farm Fresh. Tagsip had 2 points. Played 3 sets. Somebody's hurt? Ivy?
Ivy Laksina. On the floor a while ago, Coach Taka rushing in.
This play. On her dive.
Looks like she got hurt from that dive, but
Oo, no?
yung landing niya.
Parang plakda, di ba? Again? Again?
Makaslang again,
Ah.
coach.
That's how many points already for Makaslang.
She has 6 points so far.
At least 3 here in this set alone. So that's a total of 3 of their total output. That speaks well. Right now, heading to the first technical timeout, Yani Namang, our Nxled Chameleons.
Arena Plus, Stigs Sports as we head on to our first technical timeout a while ago. 5-8 with the Chameleons on top.
The prime movers of the PVL, of course, Ricky Palu, Shena Olaso, SGO, sharing stories, taking a look at what has been going on in the PVL. We're coming off the Holy Week break, and teams now making their second push. A final run towards a spot in the semis, but only 4 of the 12 teams seeing action this conference will be blessed enough to make it to the Final 4. The road is very tight, Yani.
Right.
Labing dalawa eh. Labing dalawa. Walang quarterfinals, diretso sa semis.
Right. And that semifinals is another single round robin.
Yes, that makes it doubly hard to get the championship in this conference. But first things first, let's see if Nxled will be able to hold on ang Farm Fresh ba. Papakita yung DNA ng kanilang fight back mentality. Mentila has also been very effective.
No one in the back of the blocker is a Farm Fresh as we check it out once again.
Permentilla played 3 sets last time that this team saw action, did not score. Today, Chiara Permentilla for Nxled already with 3 points.
3 points. Off of 3 attacks as well. Ravenna will set to Ebon, cross court. Romero was there to cover. Kate Viray off of a touch.
Kate Viray was a key figure. Not for UST, not for Chocomucho, but now for the Farm Fresh Foxies in the first set win. A big name player in college, also figured prominently in the rotation of Coach Dante Linsinurin, who has moved to a different direction, changing courses and trying to help this team once again figure prominently for a fight for the crown.
Permentilla blocked. Kyle will choose her again. Powers through. Bertolano. Laxina was there. Chiara once again.
Wow, what an adjustment by Romero.
They choose Ebon this time. Bertolano.
Off the block.
Laxina with the coverage.
Did you see? Carl suddenly pushing that set all the way to the open. Understanding that the defense was converged on the opposite end. This sequence, what work coming from Carl.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan. Pasalubong ng bayan.
4 points for Chiara. Always confident. Carl Romero, terrific duel between these two excellent young playmakers.
Now it's a 3-point lead for the Chameleons as Chiara Permentilla has 3 attack points. Bertolano.
Yani temperature outside is about 37 degrees during my drive going here. But the action inside, heat index is way up there, definitely.
Right. Romero. Viray.
It's a miss. Oh, block rather.
Bertolano. Cal goes to Victoria.
Good dig by Coach Jerry. Hindi, out na yun. Rare miss coming from Camille Victoria, who's been on point in today's match. 10 points versus SGA, 49-point total. One of the leading scorers, the third leading scorer. Si Joe Maraginot ang hindi na natin nakita, no? After her
Right.
start.
Joe has 2 points. Victoria has 4 right now.
But that's the go-to player. Anytime Laksina is in front, she has to get those touches because she is hitting at a very high rate.
Blockers of the Foxies unable to close that one out.
Very difficult to defend a 45% hitter last time that they played. Number 8 in spike percentage and among the top 10 in scoring as well.
Bertolano, this attack sails outside.
The hitting rate of Alyssa has really gone down in this match, but they need her to be more efficient.
Now Bertolano has only 1 score and that was in the first set.
Pero marami nang naibigay sa kanya.
Teresa Cruz.
That's big. So Ivy Laksina. First block this conference for Ivy. And very good chance as they're up by 5. 13-8 timeout for Farm Fresh.
Position tayo na natin.
We do our volleyball. Don't follow them. Okay? No problem. Now when we change it, continue the block. Okay?
Same problem, position 4, oh.
Little bit, less.
Ikat lang. Lipas ulit tayo ba? Wala. 1, 2, 3! Farm Fresh!
Looks like Farm Fresh called that timeout to give motivation and confidence to the girls on the court. They aren't too pressured at the moment.
But their backs are against the wall.
Yes.
Because they are on their heels. Laksina combining with Makaslang and Victoria. The 3 tallest players for Nxled, giving some problems here for Farm Fresh.
Combination play for the Foxies.
They needed that.
And Bertolano needed that as well.
Kailangan talaga eh. Kailangan bumomba si Alyssa.
So that will be her second score throughout this match.
Only.
To Laksina.
And again, not just offense, but Alyssa also has to play better defense. Laksina, difficult to guard really. Laksina will
9
take a
points.
look, 9 points already for the top gun. Who was fired 81 points in 7 games. That's nearly 12 points per game for the former key player of F2 Logistics and UAP champion from the NU Bulldogs.
Teresa Cruz is blocked there. Arroyo will try. Cal to Ebon. Romero. Bertolano from the pipe. Adjustment there. Laksina.
Oops. Miscommunication between Romero and Risa Cruz gives up that free point. The lead has ballooned to 6. And remember, Farm Fresh started out with an early lead here.
Exactly, Coach. So tables have turned for
Correct.
the Foxies. Nxled having a better showing here in the second set. Romero to Viray from the back.
Oh, they needed that. Viray and Arroyo, the most productive for the orange shirts in set 1. Right now, they need more from Viray. No blocker, no problem.
And that attack will give Viray her 10th point, tied with Arroyo.
So far, 3 attack points for Risa Cruz.
Makaslang. Tagsip tried. Romero will go to Arroyo.
Through the block. Cal was there to guard down the line, but Arroyo overpowered the double block with this type of swing. Still down by 4. Second set. Winning set 1 at 26-20. Oh, tama no? 26-24.
11-15 in favor of the Chameleons. Laksina, powerful attack over Doug. Foxies will get that point. overreach for the Chameleons.
Against Kai Mukal. Here's the run here. Lisa Cruz doing well at the service line.
Now Farm Fresh can take advantage of this. 12 to 15. One-handed set to Ebon. And off the hands of the Foxies.
Big play by Cal. Beating the defenders and giving her team a 4-point lead as we hit second technical timeout.
Danny Ravena leading her squad.
Right, from Akari to Nxled, former Lady Eagle. Our former colleague as well, Miss Mossy Ravena from UST. And then the team owners, Mr. Chris Chu and Ma'am Jane Pugh. On a holiday, lending support. Owning two teams, Akari and of course the Nxled Chameleons. But just as we say that, Farm Fresh strikes back.
Cal was stunned as we check out this replay here. Gets a touch off of the hands of Ebon.
Continuing to attack the blockers, the aggressiveness goes on for Chini Arroyo.
Permentilla fires. Arroyo this time.
Again.
Ivy Laxina though in her reception.
Her digging.
Her digging.
Grabe trumabaho sa depensa, bihirang mabutasan. Take a look at this last point. It will go in favor of the Foxies. We're down by 4 earlier. 2-point run here. So far numbers for Louis Romero. Oh, clean hit by Kiara.
Louis. Arroyo adjustment. Tagsip.
Look at
Ball is
that
still
save
alive.
by Laxina.
Viray. Cal with a one-handed set. Ivy will send a chance to Farm Fresh.
Parang heart to heart lang ah.
Oh, tama coach. Louis to Viray. Adjustment.
Still alive. Oops.
Cal will send that over. But Ravena here.
Hitting her face on the floor. 2 straight points here for the orange shirts. Excellent defensive effort coming from the Chameleons.
And that move is brought to you by Honda Motorcycle. And the timeout will be called by the Nxled Chameleons. Let's listen in.
Line bro. Cross the line. Okay. Don't throw the line. Okay na. Bawi tayo. 1 point at a time. Just remember, 1 point at a time. Pass. Better. Okay? Now hitting to, set the hitting to you. Okay? Make a tape pass. B pass, even B pass. Try to hitting hard. Okay, tara, 1 by 1.
Stop na guys, din tayo lagi tumatagal sa rotation niya. Masyado tayo nagmamadali. Nakukuha natin ng free ball, dahan-dahanin natin para makapuntos tayo. Yes, coach!
Hey, Chameleons!
Joan Maraginot showing her veteran ways here in this timeout. Coach Taka saying that they're gonna take this 1 point at a time.
Bawi tayo, sabi ni
Babawi
Coach.
sila.
Bawi tayo.
Especially off of that 6-1 run with the Foxies. Oh, Ebon there.
Good timeout. Leading to that last point by the second leading scorer, Laika Ebon. Beating Chine Arroyo and Eliza Bertolano. And raising their lead once again to 2 points.
Maraginot comes back on the court for Makaslang. 17-15. Bertolano, first ball. Kate Veray overcooks that one.
2 straight points after the timeout was called.
Now Nxled will go up to 18 here. Farm Fresh trailing by at 15. This time the Foxies are playing catch up. Reject. Tagsip will set. Laksina to Ebon. Romero to Arroyo. But another powerful attack for the Foxies.
But that will be called out. Arroyo overshooting the mark. Arroyo beginning to miss. Check on the right side. Overshoots on the left side. 3-point run. Increases the lead to 4. That's the cue for Coach Jerry to call ceasefire meanwhile on the flip side.
Sorry. From 20, from this point, very difficult to get for the over to 7. We now keep the volleyball. That will be over. Okay? Continue. Good.
Defense team, no attack team, offense team, no. Okay? My team, defense team. Okay?
Defense, okay?
Hey, 1, 2, 3!
We need to cheat.
One-on-one heart-to-heart conversations with Mark Pingris and Gilas legends tackling their life stories on and off the court. Puso to Puso exclusive on Pilipinas Live app. Download and register now for free. Timely timeout there for the Farm Fresh Foxies as Nxled is at a 19 points here with Farm Fresh at 15. Romero reverses to Viray, rejected. Bertolano to Arroyo. Cal chooses Permentilia.
Try to be creative, use their offhand. Unfortunately, too close to the antenna. Try to go for that line shot. They give up point number 17. Masyado na rin palang malapit sa antenna yung set. Oo.
Now Santiago comes in as Alyssa Bertolano will head to the bench.
Crucial time right now for Farm Fresh if they are still to win this set. Behind at this stage, late in set number 2.
Chini Arroyo with 12 attack points.
In double figures today. First time in a long while for Chini Arroyo.
But Permentilia powers through.
I say this again as a matter of fact, just to emphasize how well she has played. Did not score. Came off the bench the first 3 sets. Rather, the 3 sets that she played against the HD Spikers. 5 right now for Kiara Permentilia.
Ebon with 5 attack points.
The second leading scorer for the Chameleons.
Combination play.
Oh, they needed that. Very productive, especially in the early goings of this conference. A large reason why Adamson also made it to the Final Four the previous UAP season before she turned pro.
But that's Santiago's first point actually
Yes,
so far.
oo.
Chameleons with a 3-point lead. Tagsip with that serve. Permentilia.
Oh, good. Big coming from Arroyo.
Cal to Victoria.
Again, it's not the power that Victoria has. It's the smart read on the defense. Time and again. Deceiving the defense. Making a strong hit. Power tip over the double block. And they get to point number 21.
Victoria tallying 5 points in this game as Jai Atienza is on the court.
First time for Arroyo to be in double figures since that win versus Cheritigo crossovers. Wherein she had a conference best 11 points. So ito na ang conference best ni Chini Arroyo in terms of scoring, and we're only in our second set.
Romero, combination play. Santiago was blocked. Attack from the back. Mangulabnan to Ivy, and she takes advantage of the blockers.
Maraginot, Mangulabnan. Double M helping out. The Chameleons try to equalize in the set count after losing set 1. 26-24.
22 to 17 and a service ace for Permentilla. Yung points ni Permentilla sa
Crucial.
yes, coach,
Crucial.
in the right time as well.
Maski rin sa first set nung humabol sila crucial, talaga lang nagkamali dun sa huling 2 puntos. They almost had that set. 6 points ahead and only 2 points away from tying the count at 1 set apiece.
Romero to Viray. Off speed. Laksina. Blocked.
Anticipated. Return to sender here by the Foxies.
23 to 18.
Trisha
Farm.
Tubo is back here, Yani.
Right. And they bring her in during the crucial parts.
Kasi nga masama ang pakiramdam.
Mm.
Legasyon also coming in late in the set. Sila ni Tubo nakatulong din kanina bago rin sila nilabas sa dulo. As Romero closed out that set. Good serve by Legasyon.
Ooh, but that push by Permentilla just catches the line, coach.
How many points for Kiara? 6?
7.
7 big points. And that's also 6 set points for the Chameleons.
Now Makaslang will come in here in the latter part of this set as the Chameleons are at set point.
Ooh,
Crucial service error, but they have a good cushion here,
good
coach.
buffer really. And Victoria has contributed heavily in terms of scoring for them. Victoria right now 5. Combining with the Makaslang to help out the Chameleons.
Chameleons still at set point. Laksina. Santiago. Set. To Tubo. Magi. To Ivy. Blocked. They go to Kiara from the back. It's blocked again.
Working double time defensively are the Foxies. Earlier in the first set, Nxled erased a 24-20 advantage and tied it at 24 to extend the set, only to give up the last 2 points with 2 consecutive errors. Can the Foxies do it as well here in set 2?
Right. Chameleons 4-point lead at set point. Crucial service for Kate Santiago. Cal with a dump. To Tubo. Rejected. Delario for the coverage. Tubo again. Laksina. Legasyon was there. Arroyo this time. Unfortunately for the Foxies, that does not catch, that does not cross the net rather, and Nxled will take this second set.
So far, so good for the Chameleons after dropping the first set 26-24 and being down at 2-0 to open up the set. Suddenly, they strike back. Permentilla, solid. Ravenna as well. Big defensive plays. And then you have the 2 playmakers sharing floor time. Makaslang. And then, of course, Cal. And then Laksina. Suddenly, they are able to tie the count at 1 set apiece.
Laksina, the only player in the Chameleon side with double digits. She's at 11 right now. It's 20-25. And with a 30 PVL, the heart of volleyball, as Nxled found their groove here in the second set, 20-25. Taking one set here compared to the Farm Fresh Foxies, who got to the first set a while ago. As we check out what Nxled did right in the second, and Coach Ronnie, how did the Chameleons really take that set out?
Well, number one, they lessened their errors. Number two, they relied heavily with their floor defense. Laxina was outstanding, helping them with their dig defense, Ravenna as well. And then they were able to find the gaping hole in the defense of the Foxies. Tandaan natin yung mga puntos coming from Victoria and Bacaslang, Permentilla, and Laxina. So these were at least 4 players helping out. -3 sa kanilang error count. And those were big because remember, yung kanilang siyam na errors doon sa set 1, dalawa ron nanggaling sa dulo. Dito hindi nangyari. At ang Farm Fresh beaten sa attack points. Doon sa set 1 naman, kung titignan natin sa attack points, Nxled just +1. Pero ang Farm Fresh had 15 attack points in set 1 but only with 12 here. Meaning, Nxled played better defense, not just in terms of the block count kung saan lamang ang Farm Fresh. Pero yung dig defense, hindi natin nakikita dyan, no reception. Hindi rin natin nakikita sa numerong yan because eventually, those two statistical, rather non-scoring skills were big para dito sa Chameleons para makuha yung set at may tablang laban sa 1 set all.
So Coach, better anticipation on the side of Nxled Chameleons. Nababasa na rin nila yung plays ba ng Farm Fresh Foxies?
Kasama yon, oo. At hindi rin kumonekta si Bertolano kasi. Oo, si Viray tried to rescue this team together with Chino Arroyo. But Arroyo missed some key points doon sa dulo. Now, Trisha Tubu starting for the first time in the set, no? After coming off the bench and playing sparingly sa unang dalawang sets. Bertolano is also back in action. While on the flip side, Permentilla stays on. And Laxina was done outstanding both ways, both on offense and on defense. Once again, anchors the Chameleons.
Bertolano tallying 2 points so far in this ball game. Tubu, 2 as well. But that was in the first set. We head on over to the third. We'll see if Farm Fresh can bounce back or if Nxled can ride the momentum. And the first point will go to Nxled.
Playing with more emotions. Remember, this team has gone on to drop their last 3 games. So, rather won their last game. So, trying to build their first winning run and reestablish that final chase down for a possible spot in the semi. Service ace coming from Laika Ebon.
With a little help from the net, Laika Ebon will give the Chameleons their second point here. Ebon with 6 points so far, 5 coming off of attacks, and that was her first service ace.
That is also the second leading scorer for the Chameleons throughout this conference.
Over-receive, and look at that attack by Victoria.
Quick to rise, excellent reaction time, 3-point lead to open up set number 3. Trying to put pressure on the Foxies.
Good start here for the Chameleons. Romero will choose Trisha. Permentilla answers back. Tutubu. Nxled has a chance here. Ebon rejected. Ravenna will slow it down. Permentilla off speed. Tubu with a sharp angle.
Oh, yes.
And the Farm Fresh will stop the bleeding courtesy of Trisha Tubu. Let's go ahead to Jana Ejido for the latest.
Yanni and Coach Ronnie, if you're neck and neck on the standings, you might just as well be neck and neck on the match, because as Nxled ties this match with 1 set apiece, this reminds me of when I spoke to Kyle Tagsip earlier, as she mentioned how with the many similarities they share with Nxled on the standings or on the number of sets they won and lost. She emphasizes how despite being both young teams in the league, she knows she's going up against veterans who form the Chameleons. Kyle, who actually awaits graduation in July, Lion is in her final OJT stint in college, shares how their maturity and mental fortitude as a team will be key in this game in order to edge out Nxled. She attests how until now each game is a test of that and an opportunity to course this battle, not just physically but mentally as well. Now this report is brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app, available for only 149 pesos a month. Back to you, Yanni and Coach Ronnie.
Cal Tagsip, coming from Adamson University in her collegiate stint, was one of the towers from Bukidnon, came in 2017 along with Sheena Turing, her cousin. Honey Turing also on the Farm Fresh bench.
Those are big names that enabled the Falcons to cross over to the semis and break that Final Four drought.
Exactly. Nxled, 5 points. Bertolano. Looks like the ball did not cross the net.
For touches called against Eliza Bertolano. Chameleons defense has been superb. Ito yung sinasabi ko. Hindi rin may register yung black point. Pero marami silang shots na nadidisrupt yung tira o napapalitan dahil sa sipag nila sa kanilang blocking. But they give up another service error, the second of the set. 4 points, biggest lead earlier for Nxled.
Tubu with that service, 3-6. Laksina.
Again.
Powerful attack by Ivy Laksina. That will be her 13th point.
Laksina is at 45% last time that they played at 15 of 33. Right now, among the league's best at about 35% today. I think nasa 50% plus yung hitting rate ni Ivy Laksina. Very efficient.
But the pressure is on her coach because, you know, she's a new player here in the Nxled team.
Sa
Pero
akin,
siya na yung
siya yung
go-to.
pinapantayan.
Yes.
Oo. 32% hitter for this conference.
Romero to Arroyo, but that one catches the net, and Farm Fresh not looking good here in the third set as Nxled will bring us to our first technical timeout. Arena Plus, Astig sa Sports. Makaslang here on the side of the Chameleons with Ivy Laksina. Of course, one of the leading scorers on the Nxled. She has 13 points so far.
This will be the fourth straight double-digit game for Laksina after having only one in the first 4 matches.
They go Teresa Cruz in the middle. Chance for Farm Fresh. Ravenna was there. The second ball was not kept alive.
Nagkabuhol-buhol na si Ravenna at si Cal. But Ravenna did well to keep that ball alive. Romero outsmarting the blocker with a dump play.
Four to 8, Bertolano with that serve.
Well received by Laksina.
Laksina rejected. Coverage.
Good coverage by Chiara.
Adjusts. Arroyo. Blocked. Eliza will go back to Chini. Rejected again. Tubu will send a chance to the Chameleons. Ebon, cross court.
Good decision to shift that attack from left to right. This one, back set, getting the job done. Isolated against Arroyo, no problem for Laika Ebon.
And this spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan, Pasalubong ng Bayan. Arroyo with 12 points and Viray with 10. Those are the two players in the Farm Fresh side with double digits.
Who have been very quiet since that first set win.
Yes, exactly.
Risa Cruz finally scores, finally gets her touch. She was very effective in that set one win earlier as well.
She has 5 points with 1 block. It's 5-9. 2 blocks rather, as we saw in the statistics a while ago, but that is service error. So Farm Fresh will call a challenge, ball in, ball out. First challenge here in the third set. Challenge unsuccessful for Farm Fresh. They only have 1 challenge left here in this set. Five-point lead. Makaslang with that serve. Delerio sets up Arroyo. Cal chooses Permentilla. Overcooks that attack.
Permentilla with a breakout game here. Listen that last sequence. Now they will challenge this call.
Green card.
Uh-oh.
Fair play.
Yes. Because of that, it's a 5-point lead once again for the Canadians. Ganda niyang anong yan. Yung green card na yan talaga. For the young viewers, it enhances yung values, no?
Right.
Para sa mga bata.
Promotes integrity.
Correct.
Good reception by Bertolano. And Tubu able to get it off of a cross. She has 4 points, 2 of which coming from this set. Six to 11, Louis Romero on deck. Laxina, Cal to Victoria, rejected, and the Farm Fresh will go up to 7. Foxies here limiting the lead to 4 as we check it out once again.
7 serving 11 here, Yanni. Can this be the lucky numbers for Farm Fresh to fight back?
Permentilla rejected. She'll try again. Same story as a while ago. Ebon will send the chance to the Foxies. Tubu cross court. Laxina was there. Ebon down the line. Tight set.
Nice rally.
Ebon again rejected.
That's Tagsit. Ganda nung report kanina. At ito, Tagsit, living up to expectations and trying to keep in step with the veteran players of the other team.
We head on to a timeout courtesy of Nxled.
Practicing a block. Okay. Rebound is okay. How about Thomas?
Yes, coach.
Okay. Not hit deep to the block. Okay. Pass is okay. Center make it okay. Attacker. Finisher. Who's going to the finisher? Okay. Tara. Go.
Interesting timeout for Coach Taka. Binigyan niya ng choice yung players niya to really decide on who's gonna take what position here in the third set.
You know what? The trend that we have seen in the first 2 sets, kung sino yung nakakalamang hinahabol, at yun ang hindi nananalo. And coaches always recognize the scoring runs of the other team. So you don't wait for the second technical timeout to come. You try to stop the momentum as quickly as possible. And hopefully you can score, which they do.
Yes. Victoria converting right off of that time out.
Continues to hurt the defense of the orange shirts. Cal helping out Victoria. Overpowering presence, towering over the double block. Tangkad eh. Yung mga 6'1", 6'2", no? Tangkad.
8-12. Arroyo tries with that attack. A dump by Cal. Tubu off of the hands of Nxled.
Playing with force. This is the longest Tubu has played here in this match after sparing the use in the first set. And in set number 2, their leading scorer, Lisha Tubu, had 6 points last time that this team played and lost to the Signal HD Spikers, has accounted for only 16 points in the last 3 games.
Permentilla chased that one, but that's 4 touches on the Chameleons.
Losing steam, lead down to 2.
Foxies with a mini run.
62 points for Tubo in the first 4 games. Only 14 in the last 3 matches. Arroyo needs to heat up once again here for the Foxies. Tight. Very tight.
Now Tubu will go up to 6 points here.
Off the bench. Limited floor time.
And 4 of those just coming off of this set.
11-8 earlier after they called timeout. Since that time, the Chameleons had given up 3 of the last 4 points.
Chameleons up by 1, 11-12. Arroyo with a serve. Help from the net. Ravena though was there to cover, but the second ball unable to be kept alive.
Again, the question here, Yani, will the trend continue? Yung nakakalamang, hindi nakakatawid ng tuloy-tuloy. That ball clipping the net, beating the defense of Ravena.
4-0 run in favor of the Foxies, and that was Arroyo's first point in this set. Victoria, adjustment mid-air.
And again,
We've seen that attack from Victoria even in the latter sets, Coach.
previous sets.
Yes, in the previous sets.
Again, that length and extension. Misdirection rather. Misdirection even against the double block. Back to a 1-point lead.
Romero, Santiago, and that hits the line.
Always play with much force. Plays with much force. Kate Santiago. There you go. Deep and long.
Into the corner for Santiago.
Right, corner pocket delivery. Kissing the line.
13-point deadlock here. To Victoria.
Again, hindi power no? Placement at saka yung timing. How many points for Camille? 10?
For Victoria, there's 11 points, 10
11.
coming from attacks.
49 points in 7 games. That's about 8 points per game for Victoria. 7 points per game. So has eclipsed his scoring average already.
And going to your point a while ago, Coach, she's also one of the tallest players, standing at 6 foot.
6 feet?
Yes.
So combining with Makaslang and Laksina, that's the triple tower combination for the Chameleons.
Romero to Tubu. Denied by Ivy Laksina.
Good sequence here. Well read that back set. And again, we'll double check the block points of Laksina heading to this game. Already has 2. Ivy Laksina, no block at all heading to this match. So working hard with their floor defense, helping out with their blocking as well.
Farm Fresh, 3, Nxled 2 for block points.
Those are big.
Louis.
Big numbers. Off the block point for Laksina. 2 straight points pushes them out or puts them out of harm's way. Tied at 13, up at 16-13. Second technical timeout.
Arena Plus, Astig sa Sports. Now that girl on your screen, Ivy Lacsina, 15 points right now, being supported by Dina Wong. It's the first game of this doubleheader. Magi goes to Lacsina.
Little low on that set.
Tubu, cross court.
Eluding the blockers. Inching closer. Primero to Tubu, quick. Full arm swing. Attacking before the defense was set. Getting the double-digit mark as well. Ang tagal nang hindi pumapalo sa double figures itong si Trisha Tubu. 3 straight games. Limited to 6, 2, and 8 points respectively.
Negacion and Viray on the court for the Foxies. Ooh, collision there. But Viray able to power through that wall.
I was taking a look at the leading scorers. 5 big contributors on offense. Lisa Cruz, is she okay? 5 big contributors on offense for Nxled. 3 for Farm Fresh. Arroyo, Caitlin Viray, and of course Risa Cruz. But they need more. And it's a good thing Arroyo, or rather Viray, was finally able to get her point once again after being quiet in the previous set.
Lacsina, powerful attack.
Better set here for Magulabnan, intended for Lacsina. Restores a 2-point lead. There you go, a higher set. Misdirection by Makaslang. Delaying the 2 blockers. How many for Lacsina?
16 points, and coach just 4 points shy from her 20-point outing against Cherry.
Her conference best. So tying her 16-point game against the SGA team in their last win.
Delario to Viray, adjustment midair. Ebon, rejected. Mangulabnan to Ebon again, but the wall of the Foxies.
No entry for Laika Ebon. That 4-point lead has nearly evaporated. And Santiago with that offensive block. So both teams with 3 blocks each here in this set alone.
Farm Fresh limiting the lead to 1 as Bertolano will serve. Chiara with that first ball. Lacsina combination. Mangulabnan goes back to Ivy. Off speed. Viray.
Big points by Viray. Tubo in Viray going cross court. And that decision has augured well for them. Away from the blockers, staying away from Lacsina. That twin tower combo at the net. 3 blocks each for Farm Fresh and the Chameleons as Bertolano prepares to unload from the service line.
Deadlock at 17 here. Ebon. Negacion was there. Delario chases that to set to Viray.
Smart hitting once again for Caitlin Viray. Viray has scored in double figures only once since moving over to Farm Fresh. That was an 11-point game versus the Signal HD Spikers, coming off a 4-point output last time that this team lost to the Signal HD Spikers.
Now she's at 13, tying with Arroyo as the top scorers of this match for the Foxies. Lacsina. Delario with the coverage over Doug, and Makaslang just pushes it.
Another pass leading to that point by Makaslang. Viray scoring double figures against PLDT. This was the point. That was an overpowering kill delivered by Lacsina, leading to that point by Makaslang. Lamang sila kanina ng 4, ngayon sila pa yung nakakatabla lang. Big numbers for Ibyang Lacsina.
Negacion chooses Arroyo. Down the line attack.
Arroyo and Viray once again combining, erasing what was once a 4-point deficit. Now it's Negacion in sync with Chine Arroyo. Arroyo's conference best is 11 points. So
14 points right now.
14 na yan.
Lacsina Permentilla chased that one.
3 ball given up. Might be perilous for them.
Cal was there. Ravenna sets Ebon. Negosyon to Viray. And another off the block point.
Tignan natin kung saan dinaan to ni Caitlin Viray. Kay Makas lang ba o sa taller o sa smaller blocker? Back set by Legasyon. Attacking the smaller blocker. Using the outside arm. Scoring off Permentilla. Just like that, they are on top by 2. Big scoring run after being behind.
Momentum has shifted. Energy as well. Arroyo powers through. Danny Ravena chases that as Permentilla sends a chance to the Foxies. Tagsip taking advantage of the scramble.
Tremendous effort by Danny Ravena, really running all the way to where we are seated. Ito yan, oh. Ang layo ng inabot. But then, in transition, it's Tagsip with that delivery. 3.8 Foxies over the Chameleons.
Okay, now I need to help. I need effort. Okay, pass fast. Okay, 3 point only. We can do it, we can do it. 1 point at a time. Side out only. Focus on serve again. Okay, focus on one side out. Okay na?
Yes, coach.
Go, go, go.
Sige. Tinatraining natin yung ganyan score. Next net! Laban tayo. Laban.
Coach Taka timeout after that 4-0 run in favor of the Foxies, telling his players that they're gonna take this 1 point, one side out at a time.
What they're looking for is a side out, really. Because this is at least a 3-point run for the orange shirts. Anchored on Viray, Tagsit, and of course Chino Arroyo, and the steady playmaking of Legasyon.
21-18, Foxies on top, but Permentilla will take advantage of that timeout.
That was the final timeout called earlier. Permentilla strikes again. Cross-court delivery for Kiara, no problem. Takayuki Minoa calling his final timeout earlier. Last push. No team has gone to win 2 straight sets yet, no? At katulad ng binabanggit namin ni Yani, yung nakakalamang ay hindi nakakapagtapos ng diretsyo. Inaabot sa dulo.
Legasyon to Viray. Tried to push it.
Alanganin, masyadong malapit. Try to make the adjustment but will not be successful. Nxled not giving up. 2 points scored after the timeout was called by Coach Takayuki.
Rich Makaslang with 2 aces, 1 block and 5 attacks. Arroyo powers through that wall.
Big game for Arroyo. Really. First set, leading scorer. Third set, leading scorer. 21 sets played, 59 points scored in 7 games. 2.8 points per set. 24 digs, 29 excellent receptions in the top 24 in scoring. Number 10 in spike percentage at 35%.
And with 15 points so far.
That's a lot.
But Permentilla though down the line.
Former Soaring Falcons scoreless in their last game. Most probably this is her biggest scoring output.
And now Coach now reached double digits. She's at 10 points.
Diba? Husay naman talaga yan. Naglaro sa Adamson ng ilang taon bago nasaktan with a knee injury. It's like Ebon was been contained offensively, but strikes from the service line with a service ace. Excellent close serve or flat serve.
Laika Ebon, number 2 and the best servers of the league. Deadlock at 22.
Tama ka, nasa top 10 ito sa service aces. And just like that, Nxled taking the lead away. Up 1, 23-22 after being behind at 21-18. 5-1 run for the Chameleons.
Okay? Kura.
Walang goal lang. Sampasa lang tayo, ha?
Don't worry.
Sa isa lang, kaya yan. Hard serve yun, ha? Short
Two.
serve. Ang layo nga.
1 point get.
Let's go.
Next,
Yeah.
1 point only. Okay.
Guys, laban.
Hey,
1, 2, 3.
All in unison, laban. So wala nang timeouts para sa team ng Nxled. Double check natin para dito.
4-point run for the Chameleons as well.
21-18 kanina yan eh.
Ebon with 2 service aces. Ooh, and that is a third catching the line. Ooh.
Ebon, 9 service aces heading to this game. Ebon, second leading scorer for them heading to this match. Wow, ito na ang final timeout ng Farm Fresh Foxies.
Don't worry, okay? Not yet finish, not to win. First 1 point. Then, consider again. Hang, we can. Okay?
Hindi pa tapos. Sa natin yan. Kapitan natin saan. Kunin nyo na lang. Kunin nyo na lang. Guys, pati ba lang tayo dito? Akuin nyo ay! 1, 2, 3!
Nxled 2-point lead. They're at set point here, Farm Fresh, with no more timeouts.
Like Ebon, the second leading scorer for Nxled in this conference now was 9 points. Last 2 points coming of service aces.
Delario.
Uy,
Tupu.
nabitin.
Coverage, chance for the Foxies. Trisha again, the sharp angle.
Keeps them alive, saving 1 set point. Just when you think the Chameleons were going all the way, Farm Fresh took the lead away from them at 21-18. Suddenly, there were 2 set points for the Chameleons. Tubu saves 1. Arroyo on deck to try and send this set into another extended fashion, the same way they did in set 1, which took 33 minutes to finish. Actually, bawat set 33 minutes.
Right.
Nako, tapos.
Victoria gives Nxled their second set of the match. It's 23-25, and this might be the first time that Nxled won 2 sets back-to-back. Laika Ebon, someone who really contributed here, especially in the service line in the latter part of this set.
Chiara Permentilla, Ivy Laxina, and then of course, diba? Si Camille Victoria. Playing under the radar, getting the job done, scoring the final point. 31-minute third set action. Could have gone either way. Touch and go. Lalamang ang Nxled. Tatrangko. Hahabol ang Foxies. Lalamang sa dulo. Bago kinayod pabalik ng Nxled para manalo ng dalawa at 25-23. Action once again reaching over 30 minutes in this epic battle.
And we'll be back with the 4th set. The PVL, the heart of volleyball, 26-24, 20-25, and 23-25. All 3 sets extending to more than 30 minutes as we check out the highs of the third. Coach Ronnie, what is Nxled doing well to take the second and bring home the third set as well?
I'll do this from the end point all the way to the start. Serving well. That's one. Number 2, defending better at the net. Number 3, utilizing more points of attack. You have Laxina, you have Permentilia. You have, of course, Makaslang. And then you have Victoria. That's at least 4. And then Ebon also shoulder stuff from the service line. So that makes 5. 5 little attackers will rescue this team from the jaws of defeat because Farm Fresh were up at 21-18 after being behind nearly 3/4 of the way. And these numbers will tell us that that set, in spite of the fact that it took only 31 minutes, was one of the tightest I've seen. Look at the seamless play. Only 3 errors for Nxled, just 2 for Farm Fresh. High quality action for these two teams, struggling and pining for a win as they are both at 2 and 5 heading to this match.
Set 4 is underway here, and Farm Fresh will get the first point. Arroyo with Tubu. Tubu starting this set as well. Just like the last one, Tagsip, Delerio, Bertolano, and Romero who is serving. And a tight ball there. Tubu. Cal goes to Victoria. Delerio up. Bertolano sends it. Over on 2 play by Camille Cal. What's going on in the behind-the-scenes stories? We'll get to that later on, but we have a 1-point deadlock here. Delerio to Tagsip in the middle, gets another score. Now we want to get the behind-the-scenes stories. We'll turn it over to Jana Ejido.
Yanni and Coach Ronnie, it was an emphatic set win that we witnessed from the Nxled Chameleons. And when I caught with them earlier, one of the team's motivations going to this match was simply the fact that they have 4 games remaining here in this conference. And 4 games they have to make ground for. Ivy Laxina has long been thinking of this stretch of matches for the team since getting a 2-day break over the Holy Week. As she says that going back to the drawing board and back to basics is going to be key for them. Besides that, kailangan din daw nilang doblehin yung effort because she acknowledges the uphill climb it is going to be for her and her teammates to get an upper hand. And you can witness more action between the Chameleons and Foxies on the Pilipinas Live app or on PilipinasLive.com, live in HD, commercial-free, anytime and anywhere in the world. Back to you, Yanni and Coach Ronnie.
Thank you for that report, Jana. Laxina with 18 points, just 2 points shy from her career high. Against Cherry Tego, she got 20 points in that match. Victoria here with intense numbers. Bertolano. Victoria was there. Laxina this time, but that one touches the antenna. 3 points for both of our squads. Romero shouting to her teammates to relax here in the 4th set. An over receive, unable to cross that net.
This is it for Farm Fresh. Make or break situation right now for this team. For Nxled, sabi nga ni Yanni kanina, wala pang nakadalawang straight sets. Tignan natin kung ano mangyayari. As all of the sets that we have seen so far in the first 3 could have gone either way.
Right.
Again, just a combined 6 errors for this team in the previous set, or 5 errors for these 2 teams in the previous set. That is how well they really played. Tapos ang dami ng quality attack points that we have seen, that we saw. At tingnan natin kung maitutuloy-tuloy natin yan. 16 attack points for Nxled in the 3rd set win, 15 for Farm Fresh. 2 errors only for Farm Fresh. Just 3 for Nxled.
Miscommunication on the Foxies. Ebon takes advantage of that.
Excellent set by Cal once again. Seems that Cal has the upper hand so far here against Louis Romero.
Right.
And Mangulabnan has also done well helping out Cal. Meanwhile, Romero sharing floor time with Legacion as the playmakers.
Push by Cruz. Ebon.
Again, her confidence definitely buoyed up by those 2 late aces in that set to win. And now Ebon able to connect. Tremendous jumping back set coming from Cal, showing us her athleticism really. And the delivery was so quick.
Cal with his service, 6-4.
Oops!
Ooh, miscommunication there. An awkward set to Trisha Tubu.
Dumaan na dito sa labas. Call was made.
And an early timeout for the Farm Fresh Foxies.
Don't worry.
Game tayo ha. Nasa game tayo ha. Nasa game tayo. Inhale. Exhale. Go. Laban natin yan. Isa-isa lang tayo. Game muna tayo ha. Dito muna.
Okay.
Let's go. Laban, okay?
Oish, yo. Bada. Start.
Laban muna ha. Laban muna tayo. Dito muna tayo.
Isa-isa lang.
Isa-isa lang. Sigaw mo. Heart attack tayo. 1, 2, 3!
Arroyo taking the lead in that timeout, telling her teammates to be present in this match. It's 4-7.
It's all about mindfulness really, staying in the moment and doing what you need in this particular time.
Chameleons riding off of momentum, taking the second and the third set. Bertolano, coverage by Ravenna. 4 touches on the side of the Chameleons.
Ravenna was right there, on point. But that ball sailed to the bottom of the net and made it difficult dahil nadulas din si Cal sa kanyang tangka na paghabol at pagbuhay sa bola.
Tubu with the service. Cal chooses Laksina, push. Delerio sets up Lai. Cruz to Tubu.
Alanganin na naman for Tricia.
Ebon.
That's really played big here in this third set. At least 3 of the 8 points in this third set delivered by the former Lady Tamara.
Check out that last play that will send us to our first technical timeout here. Get 7-day premium access to NBA, PBA, UAAP, PVL, and other leagues and exclusive shows when you download Pilipinas Live app. Register now for free. We're back here in the Phil Sports Arena. Yani Mayo with Coach Ronnie Magsanok and Jana Ejido in the sidelines. Ivy Laksina really shining in this match.
You have Laksina, you have Permentilla, you have Makaslang, Camille Victoria. Probably, ilan na ba si Laksina?
Laksina with 18 points.
2 points away from her conference
Career high,
best.
right.
But Makaslang also, Permentilla as well with double-digit game. And then you have Laika Ebon regaining her scoring ways.
3-point lead, Chameleons on top. Romero, chased by Riza Cruz, and that catches the corner.
She's been trying to do that since the first set, pushing away from the defense. Long and deep. Going to zone 5 and connecting. Keeping them close and in the hunt.
Cruz collecting 6 points. Permentilla. Romero to Cruz again.
Oh. Chance to go back to back. Will not get it done. That was a shoot set by Romero to Cruz. And how many times have we seen them, this combination, deliver that point of attack?
Chameleons with a 4-point lead. Makaslang here at the serve. Did well in the service line.
Reversal play by Laika Ebon.
Delerio. Romero. Arroyo. Over Doug. Ebon.
Ebon again. And her points have been very clear and clean. Most of her points have come from this spot, the opposite.
Right. Foxies, no answer yet to Ebon's attack, especially in that
Totoo
area.
yan. To think that dun sa second set, halos hindi pumuntos to except from the service line. Those two last aces, the two last points, she delivered in the nick of time for the Chameleons.
13 points for Laika Ebon. Tubu from the pipe. Over receive. Romero to Cruz.
Nice. Last 2 points delivered by Risa Cruz. 7 for Risa Cruz. Earlier from a push, this time from a slide play. This running hit beats Makaslang, who tried to cover down the line.
Seven, serving 10. Cruz at the helm.
Oops. Service ace given up by Chiara Trementilla.
And that's Riza's first service ace in this match.
Laxina tried to rescue that play. Risa Cruz has scored the last 3 points for the orange shirt. Suddenly, the lead is just down to 2 for Nxled.
Laxina. Cal to Permentilla.
Oh, they needed that. Angled hit. Cross-court delivery.
Permentilla with 11 points. One of that came from an ace. 10 from attacks. Chameleons with this chance to make a run. Romero. Tagsip. Over Doug. Dump here. Cal pushes it. Tubu.
Good decision by Romero. Shifting the action from the front to the back row. Tubu also double figures today. First time for Tubu to hit double figures after scoring in single digit. The last 3 games, ilan na ba siya? 8 pa lang?
9 points.
9 points, so 1 point away. And this is off the bench.
Right.
Hey.
Tubu did not start. Started in the 3rd and the 4th set.
Only, and played sparingly.
Right.
That's a miss. Coming from Camille Victoria, who's been so good as well here in this match. Looking for their first winning streak, of course, are the Nxled Chameleons after beating SGA Strong in the last match.
Romero with 15 excellent sets so far. Arroyo through that wall.
Arroyo
Bertolano
again.
to Viray. Rejected.
Yes. Taking away that side by Viray, who tried to go cross court as the line shot was covered. This one. Unfortunately, the taller blocker was to that side, was on that side, and that was Victoria with another offensive block. 2-point lead. Black shirts, Chameleons ahead of the Foxes.
Romero to Tagsip. And that's good for the Foxies.
Tagsit check earlier, now scores. Good quick play here. Delivered by Romero. That play.
Substitutions here for Farm Fresh. Santiago comes in for Eliza Bertolano. 1-point lead.
Full front line here for the orange shirts.
Laxina. Romero to Santiago. A tip. Ivy again. Viray answers back.
With the block. Ebon again.
Ebon.
Ebon again. Ebon, outstanding performance here in set 4. Could not find her scoring ways in set 3, but delivered 2 service aces when the call was needed for her to score. But here in the 4th set, Nalaba para kay Laika Ebon here in the fourth.
She has 14 points collectively throughout this game.
Pero in this set alone, 5?
4, yes.
Apat.
Chameleons with a 2-point lead. Delerio to Viray. Laksina, rejected. Laksina again. Romero will choose Santiago. Almost a collision there.
Longest rally here in the fourth set.
Laksina powers through. Viray answers back.
Scoring off the block. Chase down continues. Both teams playing with a lot of spirit here. Bump set by the libero. Viray blocked earlier by Victoria. Now she scores off the double block. Viray only has scored once in terms of double figure count. 13-12. Next led the scene in up they call ceasefire.
Now it's Raban tayo. Time to Raban. Okay. Also other side. Camus Bridge always 1-on-1. Okay. If Camus setting to you, getting a point. Okay. Cover tayo. Especially Camus setting to the IB. Everyone is going to cover. Kiara, prepare back attack. Okay. 1 point. Go.
Let's go, ha? Compose lang, ha? Chameleons!
Farm Fresh knocking on the doors of the Chameleons, forcing Coach Taka to call a timeout here. Hopefully that they'll be able to make a run from that timeout.
Earlier, he bit the bullet and called the timeout nung humabol yung Farm Fresh, and it paid off for them. Kahit na wala na silang timeouts na natitira dun sa dulo.
Cal with a tight set.
The touch. Giving up a point after that last timeout.
Farm Fresh giving the pressure. Chameleons feeling it. Tagsip with a serve. Laksina.
Blocked again.
And no one there to cover.
Up by 3 or 4, now behind by 1. Good fight back for Arroyo and the rest of the Foxies. Viray with a rejection, offensive block against the tallest opposition or opponent.
Farm Fresh this time with a 1-point lead. Cal with a dump. Point goes to the Chameleons.
Nakatalikod sa akin yung player. Nakatalikod yung isa na harangan. Same person? Ha? Same person? Parang siya lang din kumuha? Siya tumama, tapos kinuha niya. Pa-check na, pa-check. Kasi may player sa harap.
So our first referees talking amongst each other regarding that last.
Just getting some clarification before the final decision is handed. So call stands. Display. A dump. Second touch. Third touch. Okay. Tamang tawag.
So ball is with the Chameleons here, and play will continue. $14 all. Cruz rejected. Santiago. Cal to Ebon. Chase there by Romero. Santiago will try again.
Looking for a block touch. No challenge. That call will stay. Santiago misses that line shot. 15-14. Up 1. 2 straight points here. Delivered by the Chameleons.
Cal will continue to serve. Delerio with the first ball, reverse to Viray.
She missed one earlier when she went cross court and was blocked. Now, look at the smartness of Caitlin Viray. Look at that full swing. Quick and precise. Now on the service line.
Viray now the leading scorer for the Foxies with 17 points from 2 blocks and 15 attacks. Laksina, adjustment.
Goes off speed. A chance for the orange shirts. And they bounce right away.
Santiago takes advantage of that chance to bring us to our second technical timeout. Good news na mga kapatid, napapanood na rin tayo sa pinakabagong free-to-air channel na talaga namang para sa Pinoy, ang RPTV. Tutok na sa Analog TV Channel 9, DTT Channel 19 at 183 sa higit 300 cable at satellite providers nationwide at sa Signal Play. We're here at the Phil Sports Arena. Yani Mayo with Coach Ronnie Magsanok and Jana Ejido on the sidelines. Just came off of our second technical timeout. 16-15 is our score, and these two teams have been neck and neck so far. Look at those excellent sets. Romero with 16, Cal with 14. Louis Romero and Cal really distributing the offense in their matchup today. Viray with the service. Laksina off the block.
Needs to hit up here late in the fourth.
Santiago.
Oh, out of system.
Chance for the Foxies. Santiago again.
Good coverage by Cal.
Arroyo. Romero chooses Cruz.
Overshoots. Oh,
A net touch called on Ivy Laksina.
that's big. Ang laki ng turnaround, ano? As Maraginot re-enters. This was the call, clipping the net, that left arm, elbow.
Ebon. Arroyo was there. To Santiago.
And the entry of Santiago has really helped out orange shirts. Another strong attacker. Another point of attack for Romero to work with.
Santiago here with 5 points in this match. 4-0 run in favor of the Foxies. They have a 3-point advantage. Tumakas lang in the middle. Santiago with the hot hands.
Heavy hitter. Hottest player right now, Romero. Just making sure that she continues to feed Kate Santiago. While Caitlin Viray quietly has exploded for 17 points. A conference best for Viray after being contained to only 4 points. Their last loss to the Signal HD Spikers.
Maraginot. Cruz.
Good save by Kiara.
Ebon answers back.
Without Ivy Laksina inside, like Ebon has to be the primary point of attack here for Cal. Cruz with that excellent push, but a save by Kiara. And then this broken play leading to a point delivered by Laika Ebon, who now has double figures once again to add on to her 69 points heading to this match.
15 points for Ebon.
Wow.
Santiago.
Good block by Makaslang. Combining with Ebon. Grabe, no? Yung lalamang hahabulin. Tapos yung mahabol, siya naman yung maghahabol. Good offensive block here for the Chameleons. The net play has been very impressive, at least in the last 2 sets.
And it all depends, Coach, on who closes better.
Yung finishing kick.
Right.
Kiara, kiss the line. Deep. Down 3. Now it's just a 1-point lead. Good misdirection by Makaslang, delaying Cruz. Opening that window for Kiara Permentilla.
1-point lead. Santiago catches the line as well.
Right. Romero milking kay Santiago habang nasa harapan pa. Over kay Cal. 2-point lead. Can they extend this match into a 5th and final set?
20-18. Permentilla. Arroyo answers back. Cal chooses Kiara again. That goes outside.
Also a different direction, resulting to a different result.
Crucial challenge here for Nxled.
Challenge number 2, block touch, Nxled.
So they're going to see if any of the Foxies hit the ball before it sailed outside. Now, Farm Fresh up 21-18. Coach Ronnie, what did you see? You know, the Foxies are doing better now after we head on to this challenge.
Number 1, tingnan natin kung may block touch. Parang wala. Okay, what are they doing better? Staying away from unforced errors, that's 1. Defending at the net much better. And then the emergence of Mirai and Arroyo once again. Plus Cruz and Kate Santiago.
Right.
Na binanggit natin kanina, may 4 na big scorers for the Nxled Chameleons. Ngayon, lumabas na rin yung 4 para dito sa team ng Farm Fresh.
And what a time for Arroyo, Santiago to get their groove back again.
Plus Mirai and Cruz. So pag umikot talaga, kailangan mag-deliver eh. Santiago at the back, Cruz now in front with Arroyo.
22-18. Ebon off the blockers. Viray got that ball, but Romero here unable to put the second one up.
Like Ebon has scored the most here for the Chameleons in this 4th set. A possible closeout set for a team looking for their 2nd consecutive win or their 1st winning streak after they stop a 2-game losing run, winning over SGA. Samantala, 3 straight losses naman para dito sa team ng Farm Fresh. Look at the reaction of Coach Takayuki. That says it all.
Coach Taka sitting back down. It's 23-19. Riza Cruz, 9 points from 1 ace, 2 blocks, and 6 attacks. That one sails outside, so close. Foxies with a 3-point lead. Nxled putting on the pressure. Ebon with 16 points from 4 aces.
We still have 1 more game coming up. Remember, Yanni, huh?
That's right, Coach Ronnie. This is the first game.
Nag-aantay na si Ayel.
Farm Fresh, Nxled taking their sweet time.
4 set points for them as they scored. Point number 20 for Chine Arroyo celebrating. Remember, they want to erase the stigma of 3 straight losses. At ang mga teams na kanilang tinalo ay ang Cherry Tigo for 1 and of course ang Capital. Sa kabila naman, Galleries at SGA para sa Nxled.
Santiago. Mangulapnan. To Permentilla.
Oh, that's a miss.
The Farm Fresh bench goes wild as the Foxies take the fourth set. It's 25-20. Farm Fresh really turning the tables here in the fourth.
Yes, taking the lead away from the Chameleons suddenly and making sure that this time there'll be no slip-up. Kasi dun sa third set, nahabol na nila eh. Lamang 21-18. Bago na rescue ni Laika Evans from the service line. This time, it will not happen again. Lightning will not strike twice. And the Farm Fresh Foxies with a strong showing to send this match to a fifth and deciding set.
25-20, and this is the shortest set so far with
Really?
29 minutes, Coach. Below 30 this time. We'll be back for the fifth and final set. We're witnessing an intense matchup here in the PVL, the heart of volleyball, the Farm Fresh Foxies and the Nxled Chameleons both have 2 sets each. As we check out what happened in the fourth set, Foxies really dominating that and switching the tide to their advantage.
In the end.
Yes, in the end.
In the first part, it was the Chameleons. And just when you think that they had control, suddenly, the defense of the Foxies contained Ivy Laxina, took away Camille Victoria, 2 big names for the Chameleons who scored heavily against them. And then the emergence of Kate Santiago as another go-to scorer. Chino Arroyo, Kate Indiray did their share. These are the 2 top scorers right now for them. And Lisa Cruz also had her share of big points. This is the least number of attack points for the Chameleons in any of the first 3 sets compared to the first 3 sets. At yung blocking ng Farm Fresh was also effective. At hindi lang po yung block points na nakikita natin. Errors, once again, very even. And after all that's said and done, it will all boil down to the final 15 points in the race to 15 here in the fifth and final set as Victoria and Makaslang are back in the fray together with Ivy Laxina. While on the flip side, Santiago stays on together with Arroyo as Taksit also starts out the fifth and final set. Viray also a part of this unit to open up the fifth and final set.
Witnessing fifth set action here with Laxina doing the honors to start us off.
Oh my.
Service error for the Chameleons. Giving Farm Fresh the first point here in the fifth.
Dito, early separation is going to be vital. Unlike in the last 2 sets na nahabol, nakakahabol, nakakabalik sa dulo. Dito, wala na.
Right, Coach.
Isang run lang.
Quick look by Cal. Chooses Permentilla and they bounce back.
Off the block point by Chiara Permentilla who misses her last 2 shots. In the previous set, Cal putting trust on Chiara who beats Kate Viray down the line. Scores off the block.
Makaslang here on deck. Romero. Santiago. Delerio will go to Viray. Rejected. Santiago again. And the wall of the Chameleons. But the block there goes outside.
Off the block point this time, coming from the Foxies.
Now, Coach, this will be a big win for either of our squads.
Yes, yes.
Looking
Totoo
for
yan.
their third here in the conference.
Only their third.
Rementilla. Romero. Santiago.
Wow.
And Kate is also shocked.
Look at the reaction once again of Coach Takayuki. It's a rolling hit down the line. Santiago has really come out big in the last two sets.
Farm Fresh with a 2-point lead. Laxina. Cal chases that one for Ebon to attack. Romero reverses to Viray. Ravena. Cal gives the Foxies a chance. Santiago.
Oh, wow. Tight.
Permentilla. Rejected.
Overreach?
Oh, the point will be awarded to the
Overreach.
Chameleons.
Oh, overreach.
Coach Jerry remaining stoic.
Yes, it was a late but correct call.
So now it's a 1-point lead for the Foxies.
In a 1-point lead from Hayuk 2 here in set number 5.
Ebon, the best server for...
Oh, this time the overreach comes from the Chameleons. And at least 3 points sa apat ng Farm Fresh.
Right.
Here in the fifth and final set have come from miscues by the Chameleons as team owners Chris and JNQ intently watching on the action.
4 serving 2. Hermentilla off the block. Romero to Cruz. A tip there. Ivy from the pipe.
Oh yes, Ivy has to really come out of her shell here in the fifth and final set. She was so good in the first 3 sets. Contained in set number 4, but she has to explode here in the fifth and final set. In a set that only involves the race to 15. Di pa sila nakatikim ng kalamangan dito.
Victoria with that serve. Ivy now at the front line. But skates Santiago.
And nobody can stop Santiago at that spot. Down the line, cross court. High percentage in the last 2 sets.
Santiago going to 10 points now. She's in double digits.
That's big. Nung pinasok siya, doon nag-iba eh, no?
Laxina.
Will overshoot. Santiago did not score in their last loss. Played only 1 set. Did not see action in sets 2 and 3 in the 3-set loss to the HD Spikers.
Kate Santiago garnering 3 points.
There's a challenge from call by Nxled for a block touch.
Nxled looking for their second. They are still very much in the hunt, but they need to at least generate some momentum at hindi lang palitan ng puntos dito sa dulo.
Challenge successful for
Good call.
Coach Taka.
Good call.
Romero to Cruz and finds an open spot.
Away from the blockers, beats the coverage. Lisa Cruz also effective today with point number 9.
Six attacks, 2 blocks, and 1 ace for Risa Cruz, accumulating 9 points. 2-point lead for the Foxies. Pancake save. Chance ball for the Chameleons. Combination to Laksina.
20 for Laksina. If they are to come out on top, Laksina has to provide the fifth set points. Most of them. Like this one, second point of the set for Ivy Laksina now has 20. Tama ba?
Checking the points here. Laksina with 21 points.
21,
Coach.
conference best, but a service error by Cal derails that short-lived rally.
Chameleons with errors here piling on. Viray takes advantage of that over-receive. And Farm Fresh will go up to 8.
Viray with her breakout performance. And we mentioned coming off a 4-point game, Caitlin Viray, who's only scored double figures once, 6, 10, 13, 18, 29, 33 points heading to this game for Caitlin Viray. Today already with
18 points.
18 points, my goodness. That's why they are 3 points ahead.
Foxies up by 3 points, 8-5. Now we get the latest over on to Jana Ejido.
It's been an absolute push and pull game, Yanni and Coach Ronnie. And here on the sidelines, both huddles have been breeding an absolute sense of focus, but it's been two different atmospheres. The Foxies are all smiles, intending to carry that set 4 momentum as they heed final reminders from Master Shimizu. And on the side of the Chameleons, Coach Taka very calmingly assured his trust on his players to give it all they got here in set number 5. We are about to be on the edge of our seats here, and hopefully our viewers are too, over on the Pilipinas Live app or on PilipinasLive.com, available for Filipinos everywhere. Back to you, Yanni and Coach Ronnie.
Nxled getting a point off of an error from the Farm Fresh Foxies with an overreach a while ago. Hopefully, both of our squads will play with no regrets.
Pang ilang overreach na yan dito sa set na ito? Pangatlo. Cal goes to the back set to free up live for Ebon. Ebon has scored heavily in the last 2 sets. Also with the scoring explosion here. So a lot of breakout performance in this particular matchup. Both teams tied. Sets won, pareho. Sets lost, pareho. That's why this game is as tight as it can be. 7 sets won, 15 sets lost for these two teams.
Arroyo rejected and no one there for the Foxies to cover.
Scara Permentilla, who also is playing her best so far this conference. Permentilla for Nxled did not score coming off the bench in 3 sets last time that they played. At kahit sa galing sa panalo ay hindi nakapunto si Kiara, pero ngayon double figures.
Arroyo. Ebon to Permentilla.
Off speed, rolling hit.
Viray. Tip there. Cal will choose Ebon. Over received by Delario. And stuck in the mud, the Farm Fresh Foxies.
Flat-footed was Kate Santiago. Huffing and puffing. These players, all of these players who have seen a lot of action have played for over 2 hours kasamang Yanni. Over 2 hours.
Right.
Timeout called here by Farm Fresh.
Next one. Go get the pass. Okay, now. Okay. Don't worry. Don't worry.
Ilaban na natin, last set na to, last set na.
Important the next one, yo. Before, forget. Next one. Okay.
守りに入らない。みんなで攻める。
That's correct. Oh, that's correct.
Coach Ronnie, you can feel the sense of urgency in that timeout.
Of course. In the end, heart only. There's Jerry Yee and the rest of the consultants helping out. The Foxies try to recover as Maraganot quietly helping out the Chameleons come out of an early deficit. Punctuated by a 4-0 run. Carmentilla will anchor a 5-0 blast. Grabe yung
Shift, coach.
shift, ano? And we've seen that in 5 sets. Kami lang ni Yani yung hindi nagalaw dito.
Pati yung audience, loving this matchup. After this game, Nxled and Farm Fresh will have their last 3 battles here in the conference. Hoping to ride a momentum with a win. 10-8. Kiara, cross court.
My goodness. A lot of breakout performances, as we mentioned. Carmentilla, Victoria, bakas lang. Just when you think this team was out, this team suddenly fights back. Up 3 after being behind by also the same number of points earlier. Timeout again for the Foxies.
Eh, malayo pa yan. Huwag natin bitawan.
Get 1 point. Tuvo, 1 point to get to you. Okay?
Okay, tinatarget na.
Laban mo, Abe.
Pwede mo mag-change kay Birds, ha? Meron pa.
Ay, let's go!
Ano. 1 point. No problem.
Let's go. Patay tayo.
Tuvo. Okay.
Gustuan mo.
Tignan nyo. Laban. Sige, pasa tayo.
Farm Fresh back-to-back timeouts, 8-11. After this match, they're gonna face Gallery, Strong Group Athletics, and to cap it off, the Chocomucho Flying Titans. While in the Nxled side of things, they're gonna face Creamline, Capital One, and Petro to close out the conference.
Nothing is easy, no?
Right.
Down the line, down the road.
Tubu powers through. Tight set for Cal. Permentilla.
Again.
Wow! Kiara Permentilla with a 15th point. Coach Taka, all smiles
Yes,
this time.
All frustrations out of the window for Coach Takayuki Inoue as Kiara Permentilla rescuing the Chameleons. Changing colors, so to speak. Frustrating the Foxies, who are now behind by 4 as the Chameleons are only 3 points away from winning their 2nd consecutive match.
Arroyo. Cal. Permentilla. Santiago was there this time, but a chance is given to the Chameleons. They go back to Kiara. Arroyo.
Oh! One-hand dig will not get it done. Assistant coach Willett Ponce de Leon also trying to settle down the troops.
Arroyo with 19 points here in this match.
What a match.
Permentilla rejected.
Nobody giving up. 2 sets extended. Over 2 hours in this collision, and we're not yet done. Down 4 earlier, 12-8 here in the 5th and final set after being up by 3. Slicing the lead to just 2 points.
Maraganot sets up Kiara, who has the hot hands. Romero, Santiago, blocked. Santiago again.
Big defensive play by Makaslang on Santiago. Santiago overshoots. Chameleons up by 13-10. 2 points away.
Farm Fresh Foxies will challenge that call for ball in, ball out. Crucial challenge here for the Foxies could change the momentum of this match in favor of the girls in orange.
That call will stay.
Challenge is unsuccessful.
You have to be delighted with a lot of breakout performance
Right, coach.
from players who have not tasted glory because of consecutive losses. Tubo will overshoot again. Back-to-back attack errors. One for Santiago, the other for Tubo.
And just like that, Chameleons just 1 point away from taking this match.
This is a 7-point swing. They were down by 3. Now up by 4. Mainly to the heroics of Chiara Permentilla here in set number 5. Oh!
Tubu. Little help from the net. Chiara. Delerio for the coverage. Numero to Santiago.
4 match points. 4 match points for the Chameleons, Yani. 1 save by Kate Santiago, who has also been extra special in the last 2 sets.
Foxy's not out of this yet.
Got check time here. Race to 15. All we know, Yani, is eventually this match will end.
Eventually.
Shortly.
Right. We'll see. 11 to 14. Got to Victoria in the middle. Numero to Santiago, rejected! And just like that, the Chameleons will get their second consecutive win here. Coach Taka thrilled, and the whole team on the court to celebrate that win.
In front of team owners Chris and Jane Q, the Nxled Chameleons will be steadier down the stretch in the 5th and final set, winning this set through that final offensive block by Makaslang to be able to come out with his come-from-behind win in set 5 after a slow start in the 5th and final set.
Right, and what a game for both of our squads. A lot of players reaching double digits, really shining here in the PVL, in the Pro League.
It did the right 4 points last time they played. Today finished with nearly 20. Of course, you also have to give it to Risa Cruz, who also delivered 5 points only last time they saw action. Also scored heavily. And then you have Santiago, who did not score for them, coming up with double figures. And then you go to the other side. You have Makaslang, who only scored 3, generating a lot of points. Maraginot, who had 12, but doing a lot of other things. Help out the Chameleons. And then you have Laika Ebon, also nearing the 20-point mark. Of course, Laxina had 21 today. But in the end, para sa akin, Chiara Permentilla delivered the magical points for the team, almost giving up for good in the 5th and final set, only to come out once again with that last fight back to help rescue themselves from the jaws of defeat and win by 4 in the 5th and final set.
And we saw a while ago Coach Taka really emotional after this win. If I'm not mistaken, this is their first 5-setter for both of our squads.
Tama, oo. At the good thing about it is that the Chameleons will build their first winning run and frustrate the Farm Fresh Foxies. We will drop to their 4th consecutive loss, and it will slide to 2 and 6. Chameleons will go up to 3 and 5.
Both of our teams hoping to progress throughout this conference, and we're also excited to see how the players really shine throughout the latter part of this conference and throughout their stay here in the PVL.
So next led Thai Sakari with a 3 and 5 win-loss record. Both franchises with those win-loss records.
And speaking of which, we go on to Jana Ejido to talk to the best player of the match, no other than Chiara Permentilla.
That's right, Yanni and Coach Ronnie. I'm here with our best player of the game and the rest of the winners of today's match, the Nxled Chameleons, and your pog is Chiara Permentilla. What a reveal naman. Grabing supportive ng teammates natin. But Chiara, what a comeback it has been for the team. Losing set 1, then winning back-to-back sets. Down kayo nung set 4, especially down kayo nung start ng set 5. Tell me, ano yung naging in-game adjustments and paano nyo nakuha yung panalong to?
I think we studied well yung kalaban namin, even if they were changing players. Alam namin yun kasi na-practice namin siya sa training. So, lahat ng sinasabi ni na coach na i-apply ko ano yung training, that's what we did.
And napaka-crucial nung naging performance mo, especially in set number 5. Gusto ko lang malaman, how did you retain that composure, especially in the final points of this match?
Well, every time coaches would fill me in, syempre gusto kong suklian yung tiwalang binibigay nila. So, ang sa akin lang, dahil pinasok ako, alam kong kailangan ko pumuntos, kailangan kong dumepensa, lahat ng in any possible way na I can help my teammates. Yun lang talaga yung nasa isip ko.
And finally, what can you say about yung collective effort ng team and how will this win boost your efforts, especially facing the defending champions at Streamline Post Smashers this Saturday?
Siyempre, kudos din sa efforts namin during training kasi yun yung hindi nakikita ng tao kung ano yung effort na inano namin sa training. And I'm very glad na napakita namin, nag-translate siya sa game ngayon. And going up against Streamline, we know what they're capable of. Pero lalo na galing kami ngayon sa panalo, syempre, high moral kami and we're willing to talaga. Ang goal kasi namin talaga is to get every win as possible sa mga remaining games namin. So yun talaga yung mindset namin. Kailangan manalo, kailangan ilaban bawat puntos.
Alright, thank you very much, Kiara. And finally, may mga gusto ka bang batiin?
Hello po sa Akari Management, kay Sir Chris, and sa Nxled family, also sa lahat po ng fans namin. Hello din po sa family ko sa Italy and sa Batangas, sa Lipa po.
Congratulations once again to Kiara Permentilla, your best player of the game. Back to you, Yanni and Coach Ronnie.
Thank you, Jana. I also love that reveal to Kiara Permentilla, and congratulations to her and the Nxled Chameleons with more volleyball action coming your way. It's a PLDT high-speed hitters against the strong group athletics. On behalf of Jana Ejido, Coach Ronnie Magsanok, Direct Nick Earnshaw, and the broadcast team behind the coverage, it's Yanni Mai here. Don't go anywhere. This is the PVL, the heart of volleyball.